I'm Draven. I typically make high gain amp demos here on YouTube. Today's going to be kind of a quick video. Not too long ago I made a video about making impulse responses of your speakers and stuff like that. And since then I've had a couple of conversations with people where they bring up doing a sweep of the speaker and using a deconvolver, basically turn it into a IR, which in a lot of those conversations people were saying that going that route with the sweep and deconvolver is far superior than doing the white noise method that I showed in my previous video. That got me curious, so I wanted to go and test it and see how big of a difference it is, if there is any difference or anything like that. So I went ahead and made an IR with the white noise method and also the sweep deconvolver method, using the same speaker with the exact same placement and same volume and everything like that. And then I also took a DI guitar track and reamped it through Neural DSP's Gojira through the cab with the exact same mic placement and tried to get the volume to be about the same level. And so today we're just gonna take a look and see what the differences are, if we can kind of hear a difference or see a difference, and we'll test how close they are by flipping the phase and seeing if they cancel each other out or anything like that. So let's hop into Reaper and take a look at those. If you end up enjoying this video or finding it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I have a Z-Sounds affiliate link down in the description where you can pick up some stuff and it helps me out a ton. So yeah, let's check out the different methods and see how it goes. So first we'll take a listen and see how they sound in comparison to each other, just to see if we notice anything like vastly different. So here is the white noise IR, which is the method that I showed you guys in my IR video. And then here is the sweep and deconvolver method. And here's the real cab. Just from a quick listen, I feel like they all sound pretty similar. I would say that the sweep has a little more of like muddy low mids, but otherwise like fairly close. So we'll pull up, I have an EQ where we can take a look at both the white noise and sweep at the same time and see what they look like EQ wise and see how close they are. So here in ProQ, we'll be able to see both. The red line will be the white noise and the other line will be the sweep. It seems like the white noise has a little more low end, like extreme low end information. But that 500 hertz area is a little more pronounced with the sweep, which depending on what you prefer, you might like that or not like that. I typically don't like that area, so I would go with the white noise one. So let's take a look and see a real speaker up against the sweep. And on this one, the red line will be the real speaker and the rest will be the sweep. So much closer to each other. The sweep is super close to the real thing, and so we'll do that same thing but with the white noise and see where that's at. So in this one, the red line will be the white noise and the rest will be the real speaker. So interesting enough, this also has still more low end, like that really, really low information that the actual speaker doesn't have, which is interesting. But the rest still seems very similar, if not identical. And as well, that low end information isn't super important because most of the time you're going to cut that out anyways. And so with that being said, let's check and see what happens if we try to phase cancel the white noise against the sweep and see what the difference is there. A bit of difference in like the low end, but definitely not perfectly identical. We'll test both of them against the actual speaker and see how that sounds. So here's the white noise and the real speaker. So with the white noise, there's a larger difference between the real speaker and the IR than there is a difference between the sweep and white noise. So we'll test that as well with the sweep. So still not quite the exact same as the actual speaker. And I think things that could be changing that is the actual speaker moving. So you're going to have slightly different dynamics and also riff or, sound going through the speaker in real time through the mic is probably going to introduce some sort of latency. And so they're not going to align entirely right, which I'm sure for an extremely in-depth kind of thing for this, you could get some sort of phase align or something like that plugin, which I don't have, and really get in there and possibly get them to match. But for the sake of this, it seems if you were to make IRs and you were trying to decide whether you wanted to do the sweep route or white noise route, judging by this small test, I would say whatever is easier for you. Personally, I know I can get a lot more done going the white noise route and it's not nearly as loud, which is nice. Going with the sweep, you have to go through a whole 12-second cycle of the spectrum going through the speaker, and then you have to deconvolve it as well. So personally, I would say I would go with the white noise method just for ease and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm sure this wasn't the most scientific video, but I was kind of already testing it by myself and figured you guys might enjoy seeing that kind of thing. And if you were looking into making your own IRs, and I'm sure this would be helpful information when trying to decide which route you want to go. I'll be making some more IRs here soon of the Framus Cobra cab with greenbacks and swamp things in it. So I was testing this to see how I wanted to make them. Let me know what you guys think, if the sweep sounds better or the white noise, and what route you would take. And as well as let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this where we kind of just test little theories like this and see what happens. Yeah, see you next time.